Okay, we're going to try this one more time, guys. Hopefully the words come in clearer. Episode 22, Rainbow Dash's amazing week continues. Lily Blossom is Rainbow Dash's agent and Fluttershy's fictitious sister. She kind of looks like Fluttershy. Ponyville Stadium, Rainbow Dash, Sonic, and Lily Blossom are being led down a hallway of executive offices. Here we are. Knocks and opens one of the office doors. Mr. Bourbon, Rainbow Dash and her agent Miss Lily Blossom are here to see you. Mr. Thor Bourbon is an Earth Pony and the general manager of the Ponyville Raiders. Mr. Bourbon waves in Rainbow Dash, Lily Blossom, and Sonic. Mr. Bourbon on the telephone. Look, I have to let you go. I have a huge contract signing, hopefully right now. Keep your eyes posted on the news. We're about to make headlines here in Ponyville. All right. Well, hopefully we can discuss trade options soon. All right. Bye. Mr. Bourbon hangs up the phone. This is a pleasant surprise. Hopefully fourth time's a charm with you, Rainbow Dash. I'm encouraged to see Miss Lily Blossom for a change. It means you're actually serious about playing Pegasus Ball, finally, Rainbow Dash. Mr. Bourbon shakes Rainbow Dash's hoof. Nice seeing you again, Mr. Bourbon. And yes, I'm ready to start a Pegasus Ball career. My career as a Wonder Ball is officially over, so I have more than adequate time to devote to this game now. That's great news. After 3 years of trying to convince you to play, I was going to give up if you didn't sign this contract, and you've brought your fiancé as well. Oh yeah, Sonic, this is Thor Bourbon, the general manager of the Ponyville Raiders. He'll be one of my bosses if I sign this contract. It's a pleasure to meet you, Sonic. I saw his proposal during the Rah Rah concert on the Jumbotron. Congratulations to the both of you. Thank you. Please have a seat, except for you, Miss Lily Blossom. You can go stand in the corner while Rainbow Dash and I finalize this contract signing. You'd like that, wouldn't you? To be honest, I think the contract you offered my client is adequate. She's a rookie free agent that you've been scouting personally over the last 3 years. Considering not much is known about her playing ability, I believe you've offered her quite the lofty contract, actually. You'd be happy to know the only change I proposed to your original contract offer is a 5,000-bit signing bonus for my client Rainbow Dash. Wow, just a signing bonus? You're in a really good mood today, Lily Blossom. Not feeling so cutthroat today, huh? No, I'm just shocked that you'd offer an unknown rookie a 6-year, 72,000-bit contract. This is easy money for me and a no-brainer decision for my client. All right then, goes on to his computer. I'm adding a 5,000-bit signing bonus to the contract. What's a signing bonus? Basically, Rainbow Dash is going to get paid 5,000 bits today just for signing her name on the contract. Just for signing her name? Man, that's crazy. Well, you're engaged to a professional athlete now. With that title comes a lot of money. Mr. Bourbon's printer prints out the new contract agreement. All right, take a look at the new contract agreement. Mr. Bourbon hands the new contract to Lily Blossom. Lily Blossom looks it over. Looks like we're all good. Rainbow Dash, whenever you're ready. Lily Blossom hands Rainbow Dash a quill pen. Rainbow Dash takes the quill and signs the contract. Thanks, Celestia. After 4 years of scouting and patience, I have finally signed you, Rainbow Dash. Oh, the celebrating I plan on doing tonight. Mr. Bourbon takes out his signature stamp and stamps his signature to Rainbow Dash's contract, making the deal official. Mr. Bourbon pulls out a bank credit and signs it, paying Rainbow Dash 5,000 bits on the spot. Mr. Bourbon hands the bank credit to Lily Blossom. Lily Blossom double-checks the bank credit. We're all good. Congratulations, Rainbow Dash. You're officially a rookie in the PBL. Lily Blossom hands Rainbow Dash her signing bonus bank credit. Rainbow Dash shakes hooves with Lily Blossom. Thanks for your input and for having my back, Lily Blossom. Just doing my job. I'll be in touch. Lily Blossom leaves. Now to get this contract faxed over to the commissioner's office in Manhattan. Mr. Bourbon, Rainbow Dash, and Sonic get up. Rainbow Dash and Mr. Bourbon shake hooves. I'll schedule your press conference for Friday morning at 10. Welcome to the Ponyville Raiders, Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash has a huge grin as she looks at Sonic. Word spread quickly around Equestria about the signing of Rainbow Dash to the Ponyville Raiders. The commissioner's office reported the signing of Rainbow Dash 45 minutes after she signed the contract. Within an hour, the entire province of Equestria was aware of this shocking free agent signing. Rarity's Boutique. Silver walks back to Rarity's war room. Rarity. Yes, darling. I was watching television and I just heard that Rainbow Dash signed a contract for 6 years, paying her 72,000 bits to play Pegasus Ball for Ponyville. Are you serious? Oh, this is so exciting. I can't believe I'll be watching Rainbow Dash when I go to the Raiders games next year. I didn't know you liked sports. Oh, yes, especially Pegasus Ball. I have season tickets, darling. I'll have to add an extra ticket for next season so you can go to all the games with me. Silver, you're going to absolutely love Pegasus Ball. It's fast-paced, hard-hitting, and Ponyville has the most rowdy fans in all of Pegasus Ball. I can't begin to tell you how happy I am. Oh, I have goosebumps. I can only imagine how excited Sonic must be. Somehow I'm not surprised he chose to propose to an athlete. Kudos to Thor Bourbon for finally signing Rainbow Dash after trying to court her for the last 4 years. Finally, Hammer has some help. With Dash on our team now, Hammer won't be the only scoring threat that we have. Now the Raiders have to get their hooves on a legit goalie. Wow, Rarity, you seem to know a lot about this game. Spike walks into Rarity's boutique. Rarity! Rarity! Is that Spike? Yes, I believe it is. We're back here, Spiky Poo. Spike enters Rarity's war room. Did you just hear the news? Oh, hey, Silver. Spike. About Rainbow Dash signing with the Raiders? Yeah, this is totally awesome. I can't believe she finally did it. Rainbow Dash gives us a legit shot at the playoffs next season. Well, I wouldn't say that just yet. Indeed, Rainbow Dash is going to make a huge impact on the offensive end of the field, but we still have that worthless goalie who couldn't stop a beach ball from finding the back of our net. Oh, that's true. How many years does that pony have left? This is his last season coming up, I think. We really need to sign Pekka as our goalie. His contract just expired with Appaloosa. Oh, that would be sweet. Spike, I didn't know you loved Pegasus Ball this much either. Are you kidding? Just wait until I take you to one of those games. You're gonna totally get into it, Cream. I'm a huge fan. You should see Twilight right now. She's going completely nuts with excitement. Rainbow Dash must be a great player if everyone is so excited about her contract signing. That's just it, Silva. Rainbow Dash has never played Pegasus Ball other than in recreational leagues. The Ponyville Raiders invited her to try out 4 years ago because of her reputation of being the fastest fly in Equestria's history. She impressed Mr. Bourbon, and he's tried to get her to sign the last 4 years, but Dash refused because she was committed to her duties as a Wonderbolt, and she was married to Soren. Soren wouldn't... See, this is why I hate live streaming. He wouldn't support Rainbow Dash. Yeah, Soren always guilt-tripped Rainbow Dash about wanting to play in the PBL because he wanted Rainbow Dash to remain at his side as a Wonderbolt. Yes, the poor dear was so loyal to him, and look at how he treated poor Dash at the end of their marriage. Well, it certainly looks like Rainbow Dash is going to be happy now that she's engaged to Sonic. Choo-choo! Those two are made for each other. They are exactly the same in every way, except for the fact that Sonic is a male hedgehog / part pony, and Rainbow Dash is a female pony. What I don't understand about all of this is how different my dimension of Mobius was from this dimension's version of Mobius. How so? I thought I came from Mobius 200 years in the future, and in that time dimension there was no such thing as the Equestrian Empire. Unless, of course, I really didn't come from the future, rather just an alternate dimension altogether created by the Chaos Emeralds. Oh, darling, it really doesn't matter, does it? Bottom line, you're here now with me, and in the end, you're happy, right? Yes, of course. It's just so perplexing how different my dimension is from this one. In the end, you're right, sweetheart. I'm here, and there's no chance of me ever getting back to my dimension. I may as well try to stop trying to figure all these mysteries out and just enjoy my life with you here in Equestria. Rarity goes over to Silver and gives him a kiss. Darling, I know you're homesick at times, but like I told you before, this is your home now, and I couldn't be any more happy that fate intervened and brought you to me. I love you, Silver. Silver hugs Rarity and smiles. I love you too, Rarity. Silver, although he loves Rarity deeply, can't let his concerns go about how different the two parallel dimensions of Mobius were. Indeed, in Silver's dimension, the ponies never lived on Mobius. Silver always questioned of whether or not his dimension was the future or just a different dimension with a different history altogether. The truth of the matter is that the abuse of the Chaos Emeralds in this dimension led to dimensional portals being opened on Mobius, thus allowing Silver to travel through dimensions. It is this reason that Knuckles has urged to cease the use of the Chaos Emeralds. Knuckles doesn't want Equestria to suffer the same fate as Mobius for abusing the power of the Chaos Emeralds. Twilight's castle. Everyone is sitting out on Twilight's main terrace. So, Rouge, how long are you on leave for again? I go back on Monday. Why? That's disappointing. I'm throwing Starlight and Shadow their housewarming party next weekend, and I was hoping you could make it. Sorry, Sparkles. I'll be on a boat with the rest of the Wonderbolts heading over to the province of Ponarabia. Our first stop is the city of Teravec. It's the place where the last documented Chaos Emerald is located. I see. So this is going to be the last time I see you for a while, huh? It probably is. Considering once we're done finding that one, we'll have to do a clean sweep of the whole province while we're over there. But you really don't need me. You've got that hunky stallion of yours over there. Oh, thanks, Rouge. True. You Wonderbolts have had it easy so far finding the Chaos Emeralds. Twilight and I had to fight off an angry Pegasus mob and Baltimore for the one we retrieved. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that Twilight completely destroyed some pony during that melee while you were getting popped in the mouth by one of them. I was sucker punched by a low-life cheap shot artist. I still tore two of them apart, while the third wisely fled like the coward he was. Geez, relax, Shadow. Who's the one going through pregnancy mood swings? You or Starlight? Shadow, definitely. But he's always been the bigger diva. Twilight starts laughing. Shadow shakes his head. Spike and Cream enter onto the terrace. Hey, guys. Cream, you're out of work early today. Rarity and I are so far ahead on everything, we both decided to call it an early day. I heard there's some big news surrounding Rainbow Dash. Oh yeah, the big news is she's playing for our hometown Ponyville Raiders. Boo! You're such a traitor, Twilight. I mean, what happened to you being a Canterlot Royals fan? Well, it's called I moved to Ponyville, and all my friends here are Raiders fans, so naturally I joined them. Are you really, are you really going to stay a Royals fan knowing Rainbow Dash is playing for Ponyville? You know it. I'm not going to abandon all my roots just because I live in Ponyville now. In fact, when Canterlot whoops Ponyville next season, I'll be happily wearing my Royals jersey at Ponyville Stadium, no less. It's a shame we're 6 months away from opening day. When Ponyville plays Canterlot, we'll have to put a bet on the games. Oh, this could get interesting in a hurry. What do you mean? Canterlot at least made the playoffs this year, unlike the Ponyville Raiders, who missed the playoffs the last 6 years, and for the second year in a row finished with the third worst record in the league. Yeah, and Canterlot got swept by Lost Pegasus. Just wait. With Rainbow Dash on our team, Ponyville has a legit shot at making the Final Four next year. Spike, you're delusional, my friend. How do you figure? First of all, Ponyville is weak defensively and has no goalie, and secondly, I love Rainbow Dash as a friend, but come on. She's never played a Pegasus ball game in her life other than in recreational leagues. Do you actually think she's going to have enough talent to help Hammer? And even if she's a legit player, that doesn't help your horrendous defensive output. You want to know how I'd play defense? No. I'd just blast everyone on the other team with my Chaos Spear. They can't score if they're all injured, or worse. Well done, Shadow. Defense like that would cost you an eternity in Tartarus for multiple counts of murder. What is Tartarus? Equestria's prison realm, where there's no escape, no matter how powerful you are. The only way out is if Princess Celestia decides to release you, or you get lucky and the guard falls asleep, allowing you to find the exit back to our realm. Believe it or not, that scenario happened a little more recently. Trust me, babe, Tartarus is not the place you want to wind up. Even with your power, you wouldn't be able to escape the prison cell. You guys take everything so literal. I would never eviscerate a bunch of athletes. Even when I was working for Eggman, I didn't go around killing everyone in sight. Having this kind of discussion reminds me of being sensitive. More so a certain Hedgehog sensitivity training. Starlight, I know you're pregnant and all, but I've rescheduled Ginger's appointment with her troubled son for this weekend here at the castle. I usually try not to schedule things for the weekend, but her son is in school, and the only time they can travel from Philadelphia to Ponyville is on the weekend. I've decided to accommodate her since she agreed to travel because of your pregnancy. I hope this weekend works for the two of you. Yeah, of course. Shadow and I don't have any plans. We still have to pack our belongings. We're moving into our house next week. Shadow, we don't have anything to move. I don't own anything in this castle other than a few dresses and all the knickknacks I have in my bedroom. You and I have to do some major furniture shopping next week before we close on the house. Well, at least we won't need help on moving day. Rainbow Dash's Cloud Dominium. Sonic holding Rainbow Dash in his arms. The happy couple sharing intimate kisses. We should go out and celebrate tonight. I was thinking the same thing, except I was hoping you and I would travel to the house in Hoofsdale Valley. We can get there in a couple of hours if I fly and you run. Sonic starts kissing Dash's neck. Sounds romantic to me. I'd be down for a good run out to Hoofsdale Valley tonight. Are you planning to sign the deed to your father's house? Sorry, guys, this cold is really killing me. Yeah, I want to make it official. I originally wanted to go up there for the weekend, but with my press conference on Friday, it kind of threw a kink into my plan for the deed change on Friday. I figure we could get out there tonight and enjoy a night of romance on the beach under the stars. Transfer the deed to the property at Hoofsdale City Hall tomorrow morning and spend the rest of the day relaxing at our leisure at our house in Hoofsdale Valley before coming home tomorrow night for the press conference Friday morning. Sonic begins kissing Rainbow Dash again. Rainbow Dash breathing heavy. I think this is a great idea. I'm sorry, I just can't keep my hands off of you. I'm even more attracted to you now that we're engaged. Oh, believe me, I've noticed. We've always had incredibly passionate chemistry between us, but in the 3 days since we've been engaged, our romance has become completely explosive. I feel so close to you. It's only intensified my love and passion for you. If we didn't have to eat dinner before leaving for Hoofsdale, I'd so be making love to you right now. Even now with the way you're holding me and kissing me, it's driving me crazy. Well, I guess we better go have some dinner before we devour each other. If that happens, we won't be making it to Hoofsdale Valley, that's for sure. With us being this hot for each other, can you imagine what our honeymoon is going to be like? Sonic gives a flirty smile. So, where did you want to eat, Dash? Now that I'm 5,000 bits richer today, I would love to eat at the Ponyville Rose Garden Bistro. Even though I'm not a fancy kind of mayor, it would be kind of nice. It would be kind of a nice to treat us to a fancy dinner. Yeah, that sounds nice, but don't you have to make a reservation in advance just to get a table? Yeah, and we'd actually have to dress in fancy clothes. And I'm not feeling that, considering I'm flying and you're running to Hoofsdale after dinner. We could always do the Hayburger or the Irish Pony. I'm not a fan of the Hayburger, but I enjoyed the catering from the Irish Pony when we were at Twilight's for Rouge's farewell party. I'd be all right with the Irish Pony for dinner tonight. Cool. Pack us an overnight bag before we head out for dinner. I'll come with you. Sonic puts his arm around Rainbow Dash as they head upstairs to pack a bag for their night in Hoofsdale Valley. Sonic and Rainbow Dash quickly gathered up a couple of toiletry items and a couple of bottles of water for their trip to Hoofsdale Valley. Rainbow Dash packed up her saddlebag and on the way out remembered to grab the deed to her father's house in Hoofsdale Valley, which she tucked neatly into the other side of her saddlebag. With the last minute check, Rainbow Dash decides her and Sonic have everything they need for their overnight trip. The happy couple made their way to the Irish Pony, which came completely unglued when Rainbow Dash entered the establishment. The jubilant patrons of the pub were celebrating Rainbow Dash's signing to the Ponyville Raiders earlier on in the day. Meanwhile, at Fluttershy's cottage, Fluttershy and Tails were home alone for dinner this evening. Amy agreed to close Sugar Cube Corner this evening for the Cake family. Fluttershy had made Rainbow Dash's macaroni and cheese recipe for this opportunity for a quiet dinner for two and a comfortable early autumn evening. Fluttershy and Tails have decided to eat dinner outside on the back patio. Fluttershy and Tails eating. This is Rainbow Dash's recipe. How did I do? It's really good. Thanks for making dinner for us tonight. It's my pleasure, and we couldn't ask for a better evening either. It's actually kind of nice with it just being us tonight. I know what you mean. Amy at times is incredibly hard to deal with, especially when she's upset like she's been all week. I know her and Sonic didn't work out in the end, but it still has to be hard on her seeing him move on with Rainbow Dash. Amy did it to herself though when she cheated on Sonic with Shadow. Sonic tried to forgive her and to fall back in love with her, but Sonic was never able to truly love Amy again after her betrayal. I always thought Sonic would eventually marry Amy. That wasn't until I saw him with Rainbow Dash, of course. Does any part of you second guess our relationship? Lily Blossom is at Fluttershy's front door, but hears Tails and Fluttershy out back. Lily Blossom takes a deep breath and heads towards the backyard. No, not at all. I can't lie to you and say that I'm over Cosmo yet because I'm not. I still love her very much, and even though she's gone, those intense feelings are still fresh in my soul. However, with that being said, I can't pretend that she's still alive or deny that I'm falling hard for you, Fluttershy. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I was in town for business and I wanted to check on my little sister. Check on me? Check on me? More like ease your own cuz after you turned your back on me, Lily. You have some nerve showing up like this. Hey, what's going on? It's nothing, Tails. It's just my sister, Lily Blossom, refused to help me when I needed some help financially. Do you blame me? Look at what our deadbeat brother put not only mom and dad through, but me as well. Because of Zephyr Breeze, I will never loan money to any pony ever again. After he dropped out of college the first time and wasted mom and dad's money, I agreed to help him pay for the rest of his schooling. If he were to pay me back eventually. Well, we all know what happened, don't we? Well, I am not Zephyr Breeze. I nearly lost everything, and all I asked from you was 500 bits so I could pay my mortgage, and you turned your back on me. You know what? I'm so sick and tired of bailing this family out constantly with my money. This entire family thinks that I'm the family's personal bank because I have money. Zephyr screwed me over royally because after I gave him the 1,500 bits he needed for his semester of school, he dropped out of school a second time and took all of my money, and I haven't seen him since. So yeah, never again will I loan money to help any pony, not even family. This was a mistake. Clearly all I am to you is a loan officer and not a sister. You are my sister, which is why I was so hurt that you refused to help me. You know I would have paid you back in full, Lily. Tails gets up and kisses Fluttershy. I'll go in the house and let you have some privacy with your sister. Tails heads back inside the cottage. You needed 500 bits. Fluttershy, that's not an easy amount of money to loan some pony, let alone expect them to ever pay it back. I mean, for yourself, what caused you to need that kind of money? After Zephyr took your money, he blew it on material things, nights on the town, and so forth. So I convinced Mom and Dad to kick him out of their house because, like you, I was tired of seeing him freeload off every pony that would enable him to. Eventually, I wound up taking our brother in. I paid for his schooling and forced him to finish this time. He's been working a job to support himself, so he is doing better. But I fell into a bind by helping him pay for his schooling, and all I asked from you was a floater loan to help me pay my mortgage, which I was a couple of months late on. Yeah, and I bet our worthless brother has yet to even offer you any money at all for the help you gave him. I'm sorry I didn't help you, but I couldn't. Not after how badly Zephyr Bree screwed me over. I understand, and I'm sorry if I may have held a slight grudge on you. I just never realized how often our family comes to you looking for money. Do you still need help? No, I'm good now. Discord bailed me out a couple of months ago. He gave me 2,000 bits as a gift for helping reform him and for being such a great friend. I didn't accept his money at first, but he wouldn't take no for an answer, and by the time he offered it, to me, I'd already gotten myself out of debt. Please don't think I don't love you because I didn't give you any money. It's just ever since I started working as a sports agent, making really great money, every pony in our family feels the need to come to me for money. Frankly, I'm hurt because I feel like that's the only thing I'm good for anymore. Fluttershy hugs Lily Blossom. I am sorry too. If I would have known how hurt you were because of Zephyr Breeze, I never would have asked you for that money. I want you to know that I love you, and you'll always be my big sister and not a personal loan officer. Thanks. I love you too, Fluttershy. Are you okay? What happened to your wing? Oh, I'm fine. I broke it a few weeks back playing volleyball with some friends. Luckily, I have Tails helping me out around the cottage. Was that the cute little two-tailed fox that was out here a minute ago? Yes. Would you like to officially meet him? Lily giggles at Fluttershy. He's totally your boyfriend, isn't he? He is totally my boyfriend. Fluttershy and Lily Blossoms share a laugh. They rejoin Tails inside the cottage. Hoofsdale Valley after 8 p.m. Rainbow Dash and Sonic sitting on juggling with Sonic's arm around her. It doesn't get any better than this. Sitting under the stars with you, holding me, feeling your hoof gently roll across my back. Rainbow Dash nuzzles her nose under Sonic's chin. This whole week has felt great. I've been on cloud nine ever since you proposed to me. I've been in love with you for months, but now over these past few days of being engaged, I feel so much stronger and connected emotionally to you. I look at you now and everything I feel for you is amplified. My heart beats faster when you hold me. My knees tremble when you kiss me. And every time you touch me now, my whole body feels it. I know, I'm definitely feeling it too. I think what's happened is that by us getting engaged, we're telling each other that we want to spend the rest of our lives together. I think the realization of it has set in for the both of us, and it's led to even stronger feelings and emotions between the two of us. I know for me, I look at you with more admiration, and I hold you tighter than I ever have before. This is all new to me because I've never truly felt the things I'm feeling right now. You got goosebumps. Do you need me to grab the blanket out of your bag? Yeah, it is getting a little chilly. Sonic gets up to grab the blanket. So, how do you feel about me playing Pegasus Ball? Sonic going through Dash's saddlebags. I'm excited for you. Seeing the Irish pony cheer as we walked in to eat was pretty cool. Sonic returns with the blanket. He wraps himself and Dash up, and they go back to holding each other tight. Soren never allowed me to play Pegasus Ball. I always wanted to do it, but he never supported me. He wanted me to always be near him, so I chose to stay a Wonderbolt. Are you ready for the spotlight to always be on me? Well, what do you mean? Now that I've chosen to become a Pegasus ball player, I've entered a level of superstardom. Pegasus ball is the most popular sport in Equestria, and the players that play it enter a celebrity lifestyle. You saw firsthand tonight of what our lives are going to be like now. You and I barely enjoyed a meal together because I had all the fans at the Irish Pony wanting autographs and pictures. Every time you and I go out, we'll have fans, reporters, and cameras constantly following us around and interrupting our time together. You'll hear some negative comments being made about me in the media if I have a bad game. If you decide to go to one of my games on the road, you'll hear ponies yelling, Rainbow Dash, you suck. It's also a pretty physical game where I'm going to get hit pretty hard by the boys, and you won't be able to help or defend me. Are you sure you're ready for this kind of lifestyle? Well, maybe not all of it, but I love you and I'm going to always be in your corner cheering you on. I'm willing to sacrifice some of our privacy because I know playing Pegasus ball is something that you really want to do, and I will be supportive every step of the way. I think one of the huge bonuses for us getting this house for my dad is that it's so secluded and away from everything. When you and I really need some privacy, this place is going to be our sanctuary. So, what do you want to do tomorrow during our short visit here? After I sign the deed and transfer it in my name, I really just want to come back to the house and come up with a plan together as to how we want to renovate our getaway home. This is your home too, Sonic, and I want you to have an opinion as to how you want it to look. My only request right off the bat is that we keep this house on the ground. I love the Cloud Dominium and all, but I absolutely hate having to have to use the X Tornado as an elevator from your house to the ground. It just takes away my ability to just go out for a run. You definitely aren't going to have to worry about this house floating on clouds. To be honest, lately I've been considering selling the Cloud Dominium. Why? Dash, you love that house. Please don't sell it because I'm slightly inconvenienced by it. Sonic, you're a part of my life now. You don't have wings like I do, so you can't come and go as you please. We are sharing a life together now, which means we both need to make some sacrifices to make the other one happy. Besides, the Cloud Dominium isn't child friendly, especially when there's a chance of us having a baby hedgehog running around. We wouldn't want him or her to fall to their death now, would we? I see your point. Every once in a while, I do make a good one. I love you, Hedgie. I love you too, Rainbow Dash. Sonic and Rainbow Dash begin kissing. It was a comfortable early autumn morning in Ponyville. The sun was just starting to peek up over the mountains that shadow Ponyville. The dew that lay on the grasses of Ponyville began to glimmer as the sun's light began hitting the blades. Ponies began making their way to work, and the school-age ponies on their way to school, wearing light jackets. Applejack was attached to a cart walking next to Applebloom. Applejack was on her way to deliver Rarity's first order of Apple Paradise perfume, while Applebloom was headed off to school. Applebloom gives Applejack a hug and says her goodbyes before heading into school for the day. Applejack continues to walk through Ponyville until she reaches Rarity's boutique. Applejack detaches herself from the cart and knocks on Rarity's door. Rarity answers. Applejack, darling, what's all of this? It's your first shipment of Apple Paradise perfume, signed, sealed, and delivered, all 8 cases. I must say, AJ, I'm impressed. I wasn't expecting this to be done so soon. Job well done, Applejack. I made so much perfume for this batch that I have another 20 cases sitting in the barn, just waiting for you to order. The fact is, thanks to Nuck's help this summer, I was able to get the summer apple harvest done nearly a month early. Needless to say, I had plenty of time to work on the perfume line. Rarity uses her unicorn horn to magically lift all 8 cases of perfume out of the cart. Rarity opens her door and gently sets the cases of perfume down on the floor. I just made a pot of coffee and cream should be coming with a box of eclairs any minute. Would you like a cup of coffee? Yeah, that actually sounds nice, Rarity. Rarity and Applejack enter Rarity's house and boutique. Pardon the mess. I'm sorting through all my shipments that I'm sending out to my stores. Good morning, Applejack. Thanks again for the wonderful concert tickets the other night. Rarity and I had a great time. We certainly did indeed, and the post-concert engagement party was a great time too. Hands Applejack her coffee. There you are, darling. Thanks, Sugar Cube. Well, I'm glad y'all had a great time all around. What a magical night it was Saturday night. I know. I can't believe Rainbow Dash is engaged again. I'm truly happy for her and Sonic. Seems like such a wonderful guy for her. I agree with what Silver said yesterday. They are literally the same personality-wise. Yeah, well, it's been pretty apparent that Sonic has significantly impacted Dash's life in every positive way. It was barely 3 months ago when Dash wouldn't smile, laugh, or even talk. The poor girl was so heartbroken by Soren she lost her whole identity practically. Ever since Sonic came along, he's absolutely turned her world around. I'm not surprised though. Sonic has this way of just making every pony he's around feel good about life. Sonic is definitely a sweetheart. I've always thought so from the very first time I met him. I really believe that he and Dash are going to be together for the rest of their lives. Kind of like us, huh, Rarity? Silver sits next to Rarity and puts his arm around her. He gives her a kiss. Absolutely. Cream enters the boutique. Good morning, everyone. Top of the morning to you, Cream. Please don't kill me, but the gentle coat ahead of me bought all of the eclairs, so I settled for chocolate with its sprinkles. That's a pretty good plan B, if you ask me. Cream puts the donuts down on the table. I see that you've gotten started with sorting all of our shipments to our stores this morning. Yes, I was a man on a mission this morning. Can't you tell? I needed my sweets this morning for a pick-me-up. I better head out and let you ladies get to work. Thanks again for the cup of joe, Rarity. Silver grabs Applejack a donut. And don't forget one of these. Rarity eats too many of these darn things. Her and Cream both eat a ton of sweets while they work. Silver, darling, are you saying I'm fat? Oh, there's my cue to head out of here. Ha! No, I just said that. Rarity smashes a donut on Silver's face. Applejack and Cream laughing. That's one less donut I'll be eating today. Thanks for doing your part, Silver. Rarity giggles. Hoofsdale Valley. Rainbow Dash and Sonic waking up on the beach. Good morning, beautiful. I'll say, last night was mind-blowing, Sonic. You were incredible. Yeah, I'm pretty worn out this morning. I'm not sure if it was from the multiple hours of fun we had last night or if it's the fact that I couldn't get comfortable in the sand. I slept like a rock. I think it was the cool outdoor air and your warm body holding me all night. Dash, were you serious about selling the Cloud Dominium? Yes, Sonic, I love my house too, but it's just not practical for us to live there. It's not fair to you because, unlike me, you can't fly. And I know one day we both want kids, and living 400 feet above Ponyville is not very child friendly. With the money I'm making now as a Ponyville Raider, we can easily afford a nice big house, one that's on the ground, so you have the freedom to come and go as you please, and one that'll be safe for our family when we decide we're ready to have one. I love the Cloud Dominium. I just don't want you giving up your house because of me. It's not really that big of a deal. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to little things like this. We're building our life together now, and that means we need to make decisions together. Just like with this property. I wouldn't dream of renovating this place without your input, since this is going to be our private sanctuary. Sonic gives Rainbow Dash a kiss. You're pretty awesome, Rainbow Dash. I've known that for years. I'm being serious, though. I mean, we've only known each other for 3 months, and I feel more connected to you than the friends I've known for over a decade. You constantly put the needs of others ahead of your own. You're tough, brave, loving, loyal, and everyone that knows you loves and respects you in the highest regard. I look at you and it reminds me of who I am. That's a pretty big deal because you stand for the same values as I do. I believe that's why you and I are so connected, so quickly. In the 3 months I've known you, I've been able to see from my own eyes and experiences with you that there's no other girl I was meant to be with than you. The way you've shown how much you love and care about me gives me a level of contentment that I've never experienced with anyone else other than you. Dash, because of you, I know what actual happiness feels like now, and I want to feel this way with you for the rest of my life.
You're so cute, Sonic. Thank you for being who you are. After Soren, I told myself never again. Then you came along, and right off the bat, you brought out the side of me that Soren had torn to shreds. My point is that you were being yourself when you challenged me to catch you. Hi, I'm Sonic. Come catch me, Rainbow Dash. It's really cute looking back at it now because that moment meant everything to me because you reignited my passion, brought my competitive spirit back, and being challenged gave me a thrill and a zest for life again that was missing during my heartache. I was immediately intrigued by you because, for the first time in months, you brought joy out of me. The more I got to know you, the more I started to realize that I was falling in love with you. And it's because of who you are. Sonic, you've shown me in a very short time just how much you love me. I've never had anyone who treats me with the level of love, kindness, or compassion that you show me every day. You make me feel special, even though I don't ask you to. And that's why I love you. And I want to spend the rest of my life returning the love I have for you to you.
Rainbow Dash helps Sonic off the sand. They come together in a very loving embrace. Sonic smiles. You know, you're pretty sappy, Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash giggles and gives Sonic a playful shove.
Look who's talking. Mister, I'm never going to get married. I figured you'd want to wash up in the lake before we head into town for breakfast and to transfer the deed to the house in my name. I brought soap and body wash for us. I'll brush my teeth at the restaurant after breakfast. At least there they have running water.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm a little worried just how much renovating we'll actually have to do to this house. Rainbow Dash going through her saddlebags to find the toiletries.
Well, it's been 15 years since any pony has actually lived there. I really don't want to demolish the house, but I'm starting to think that might be the cheaper option. I already know the pipes are probably all rusted and corroded. I'm sure the electrical isn't in the best shape either. Unfortunately, we won't know for sure exactly how bad everything is until I have the utilities turned back on.
Rainbow Dash has the soap and body wash and walks back over to Sonic. Well, if the electrical is bad, demolishing the house will be easy. It'll go up in flames in a hurry.
Yep, come on, let's go wash up.
Rainbow Dash goes into the water.
Yikes, this is going to be a quick wash.
Cold?
Very chilly, but I definitely need a bath.
Sonic hesitantly enters the lake. Ugh, this is so much colder than the last time I was in here. Rainbow Dash starts kissing Sonic. Sonic and Rainbow Dash quickly take a bath in the lake before heading into Hoofsdale for breakfast. After breakfast, the happy couple takes a romantic walk through Hoofsdale, briefly stopping into a few places to shop or to browse. With Hoofsdale City Hall now open for the day, Rainbow Dash and Sonic make their way over to transfer the deed to the Wilderness House from Rainbow Blaze to Rainbow Dash. With the transfer now being official, Dash decides to head back to the Wilderness House to get an idea of what they're dealing with as far as a renovation goes. Fluttershy's cottage. Fluttershy, Amy, Tails, and Lily Blossom were having lunch.
So how long are you staying in Ponyville for on your business trip?
I'll be heading back to Manhattan tomorrow afternoon after attending Rainbow Dash's press conference in the morning. Off season is my busy season, with my clients being offered new contracts and all.
Oh, what a small world. Rainbow Dash is my best friend.
I know, that's why she came to me to be her agent. She knew we were sisters, so needless to say, she trusted me right away.
I can't believe Rainbow Dash is finally starting a Pegasus Ball career. She's been offered a contract by Ponyville before and turned it down because of her career as a Wonderbolt. And her ex-husband didn't want her to play.
So what exactly do you do, Lily? Basically, I market my clients to make sure they have work. It's my job to make sure that the athletes I represent are offered contracts so they can continue playing the sport they love and get paid fairly for their craft. I also present contract offers to my clients and give them feedback as to what I think is the best option based off of what my client is actually looking for. I get paid 10% commission of the ending bit amount a contract is worth. For instance, Rainbow Dash just signed a 72,000 bit contract with a 5,000 bit signing bonus, bringing the total amount of the contract to 77,000 bits. 10% of that 77,000 bits is my money. This deal alone, I made 7,700 bits. That'll get divided into weekly increments over the next year. I love what I do, and I make a pretty good living at it. Sounds like an exciting life. It is, but it's also very busy, and there's a lot of traveling involved. It gets hard to maintain a relationship with some pony, and I don't get the chance to see my family often, so there are some drawbacks.
Well, you're here now. Let's try to make the most of it.
Trust me, I intend to. I bet it was hard for the two of you to adjust to life here on Equestria. What exactly happened to Mobius? It was destroyed by the Metarex. Knuckles was able to get us all out of there using the Master Emerald's chaos control just before the planet exploded. The Master Emerald transport... I knew that slide was too fast. Knuckles got us out. The Master Emerald transported all of us here to Equestria. I see. So, Fluttershy, how did you meet Tails?
After Amy and Tails arrived here, they tried to survive on their own in the wilderness. One night, the Wonderbolts were out patrolling for Chrysalis when they spotted a fire that Tails started. Tails and Amy were dehydrated and sick, so the Wonderbolts, knowing that Tails and Amy were survivors of Mobius, brought them over to Canterlot Castle. Princess Celestia had them stay at the castle until the day of the Grand Galloping Gala, and that's the day I met Tails and Amy. It was agreed upon that after the gala was concluded, that Tails and Amy would be staying with me until they were able to adapt to life here in Equestria.
Oh, okay. So, Tails, was it an instant connection, or did you guys develop feelings over time? It's been a gradual development. It's been hard on Tails adapting to life after Mobius. During the battle against the Metarex, Tails lost his fiancée, Cosmo. She died moments before our planet was destroyed and our arrival here in Equestria. Tails puts his head down and starts crying.
Amy, there are times you can be completely heartless. You know how sensitive Tails is about Cosmo.
Tails wiping his eyes. It's okay, Fluttershy. It's true. Cosmo sacrificed herself to destroy the Metarex. She was able to succeed. However, the Metarex were able to fire one last blast from their mothership, destroying our home. Knuckles got us out just in time.
Tails isn't completely over his fiance's death, so we're taking things slow, Lily.
Fluttershy is a remarkable pony. She's been so sweet and kind to me, and has been there for me when I've needed to grieve the loss of Cosmo. Your sister is a lot like Cosmo, Lily. Gentle, kind, and pure of heart. Living with her over the last 2 months, I've been able to develop feelings for Fluttershy. I'm still not completely ready to dive in emotionally, but I can't deny that I do have a strong attraction and connection with Fluttershy. It's just going to take more time for me to let my emotions go for Cosmo. Lily Blossom gets out of her chair and hugs Tails. I hope everything works out for the two of you. You're really a sweet guy, Tails. That's exactly what my sister needs. The evening slowly descends upon the province of Equestria. This would be one of the last peaceful nights the province would experience, for in the desolation of the Badlands lies the ruins of what was left of Queen Chrysalis's hive. The hive was destroyed by Starlight Glimmer, convincing the other changelings to overthrow Chrysalis and join Thorax, a reformed evil changeling. Starlight Glimmer was successful, and the changeling army gave away love instead of taking it, thus destroying Queen Chrysalis's evil empire and hive. Starlight pleaded with Chrysalis to join Thorax and reform her evil ways, but instead Chrysalis vowed an unimaginable revenge upon Starlight Glimmer and all of Equestria before escaping. It's been just over a year since that event happened, and no pony has heard from Chrysalis since, until now. The ruins of Chrysalis's empire, a few changelings entering the half-destroyed hive. They enter what is left of Chrysalis's throne room. The destroyed ruins of Chrysalis' changeling hive. Starlight Glimmer, Discord, Trixie, and Thorax were responsible for the destruction of Chrysalis' hive. They also rescued all the equestrian royalty and the Harnesses of Harmony who were trapped inside of changeling cocoons. Chrysalis was awfully close to ruling Equestria. Sorry, guys. And thus vowed revenge upon Starlight Glimmer. A group of 18 evil changelings still remain loyal to Chrysalis, and they've all gathered in the ruins of the throne room. Chrysalis appears from behind her throne. My loyal subjects, for the past year we've been in hiding, scrounging for what scraps of love we could feed off from these weak ponies of Equestria. The time has come for us to exact our revenge upon every pony who left this hive in ruins. One by one, we will silently creep through the night and kill every enemy who's ever stood against me and the true changeling army, that being you, my loyal subjects. Our plan and slow dissection of Equestria begins now. Chrysalis licks her lips and hisses. The army of 18 changelings hisses with her, symbolizing it's time for war. Hearing this, Chrysalis gives an evil, demonic smile. Thank you, Jose.